This is what devastation, defeat, looks like. 11 months of diligent and indefatigable work ultimately failing to pay dividends.
It's a very sad time, but also we're very proud of what we have achieved.
On Friday, the federal government cancelled its $1 billion order for the UQ-CSL vaccine, and with it, our hopes of a locally made COVID vaccine were dashed.
It was a very, very good technology. It was looking like it was going to make antibodies, and it probably would have worked very well as a vaccine.
Stage 1 clinical trials showed the University of Queensland vaccine was safe and effective. In fact, it outperformed other candidates when it came to protecting the elderly. So what's prompted this monumental about-face? The federal government feared public confidence in the UQ vaccine would be undermined after the jab caused some trial participants to return a false positive for HIV. The scientists used a HIV antibody in their molecular clamp technology, which provided the false positive test result.
Our feeling was it was too experimental a technology to be rolled out.
UQ-CSL was supposed to supply Australia with 51 million doses, more than any other provider. To compensate for the shortfall, Australia has secured an extra 20 million doses of the Oxford vaccine and 11 million more of the Novavax jab. In the UK, where the historic world-first rollout of the Pfizer vaccine began last week, public confidence has taken a hit after 2 recipients, each with a history of severe allergies, suffered an anaphylactoid reaction, symptoms of which include a rash and breathlessness.
We know from the very extensive clinical trials that this wasn't a feature.
Tens of thousands of Britons have now been inoculated. The world is watching. The US is already following in the UK's footsteps. An FDA panel recommended the approval of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine for emergency use in the US, meaning a rollout there could be imminent.
We have already begun shipping the vaccine to every state and zip code in the country. The first vaccine will be administered in less than 24 hours. The governors decide where the vaccines will go in their state and who will get them first.
Like the UK, the first US patients will be frontline workers and aged care residents. This 90-year-old UK grandmother was patient A, the first person in the world to receive the COVID vaccine outside of clinical trials. Despite the UQ vaccine termination, it's been revealed Australia could receive the jab earlier than the promised March rollout date. V-Day for Australia could come as early as next February. Fortunately, Australia can afford to wait. Other countries can't.
As I've said from the beginning, a vaccine will vanquish the virus and return life back to normal. The pandemic may have begun in China, but we are ending it right here in America.